Is that a large enough group of people to be seriously looking at changing laws, for example, and all of the consequences that may or may not come with that in terms of women's safety, in terms of the curriculum at schools, all of this stuff? Your views?
Well, it is 0.5%, which you can say is not many, but it's a lot more than the 5,000 people who were thought to be transsexual when the Gender Recognition Act was first passed nearly 20 years ago. You know, this is a large group of people. But the census actually leaves more questions unasked than it answers, because you mentioned 262,000, but of those, there are 48,000 trans men, 47,000 trans women, but 117,000 people who gave no specific gender identity. I do wonder how many of these people are it's the Jedi Knight phenomenon, where people just tick a box. It's there to be ticked. Let's tick a box.
So that's interesting. So actually, I suppose, yes, you're right. There is the possibility that some people have, I don't want to say spoiled their ballot, but whatever the equivalent of that is with this, the Jedi Knight thing, which did bring a smile to my face, actually. So actually, following that logic, then potentially an even smaller percentage of people might be genuinely trans, I suppose, or not recognised as the original sex that they had at birth. And it kind of just lead me back to that initial question, which is, when people see the numbers outlined like that, is it really worthwhile changing laws to accommodate for those people?
Well, we have laws to accommodate us. We're accommodated because we're human beings, the same as everybody else. What people are trying to do is to try and give us extra privileges to choose our sex and change our sex just because we want to. And I'm quite clear in my views that I think that's unhelpful. But as I said, that the data itself that's been released, you have to drill into it quite deeply to actually find some interesting information. It's not listed by sex, so we can't work out how many males and how many females are involved, or by age. But they have released this geographical map. And what's really interesting, when you look at the geographical map of, say, non-binary identities, you can pick out the university towns across the country. They light up on the map. So what this is suggesting to me, my first grasp of this data, was that this is something which correlates with students, with young people, and we need to be asking the question: is this something that people are going to grow out of?